is Suzanne Zahr, and I'm welcoming you to our second edition of our virtual First Fridays art and at some point wine receptions. I'm really thrilled this evening to speak with Sharon and Jen, and I'll have you both introduce yourselves and specifically focus on ways that we can, as a community, support our arts and small businesses that at this point I think really need our support, and it will come back in dividends, I have no doubt. So first I'd like to have you, Sharon, introduce yourself, and we'll just start a dialogue.
Super. Well, thanks, Suzanne. Thrilled to do First Friday with you. It's such a wonderful tradition at your beautiful gallery. I'm Sharon Perez, and I am a member of the Mercer Island Community Fund Board and part of the leadership team that has put together the We Love MI COVID relief campaign.
And my name is Jennifer McLellan, and I have several roles that pertain to this particular program, but I am also a member of the Mercer Island Community Fund Board. And what's pertinent to this particular campaign is I'm also a teacher at Mercer Island High School.
Thank you both so much for speaking with us. Why don't we kick it off and just talk about how did WeLoveMI.org as an organization get started? And maybe Jenny could speak to that a little bit.
Well, just like some of those wonderful ideas, it was completely organic. This just grew out of great minds thinking around the table that we need to do something. What happened was way back when the quarantine first began, we were approached by several people saying we need to do something. And the Mercer Island Community Fund has been around forever. It's a pretty simplistic structure in that we solicit funds in the fall, donations in the fall, and then we solicit grant requests in the wintertime, and we have a grant committee, and then we send that money right back out to the community. And our criteria is very simple. Mercer Island residents helping Mercer Island residents from birth to seniors. And so it made sense that we had some community members come to us and say, you need to do something. So then we had all these people, all of us sat down and said, okay, what do we do? And one of the first things we did that was brilliant on our part is we called Sharon.
And the rest is they say. And Sharon, what did you do at that point once you received the call? How did you mobilize?
Well, I was really thrilled to get to be part of the effort, and the Community Fund president, Aaron Kravitz, has really pulled together all these groups and has really been our tireless leader. And what I really loved about it is that it's such a community collaboration of partnerships. So with Ms. McLellan's class at the high school, and the Chamber of Commerce, and the Schools Foundation, and the JCC, and the Rotary Club of Mercer Island, we have so many organizations, Youth and Family Services, board members, staff, and volunteers from multiple organizations have been working hours and hours on many Zoom calls to put this together. So I really love that it's 5 islanders, 4 islanders, and it's really worked on having one umbrella place that all of our businesses and cherished not-for-profit organizations can come together, the organizations that need the help of the community. And when you as a community member say, how do I give back to Mercer Island? How do I keep my vital services and organizations that mean so much to me and do so much for our community? Where do I go to help them? There's one place you can go. WeLoveMI.org has all of these, as well as ways to help beyond just the financial help, because we know some people are also in the position right now that it's hard for them to do the financial help, but they have time and talent that they can give in other ways. So Erin Sirianni, through her My MI website, has compiled a wonderful list that is also on the WeLoveMI.org website. A couple exciting success stories is that in the very first week the campaign was up, over $50,000 was raised for our small local businesses.
Fantastic.
At least 3 of the businesses have met their goals. They set their own goals. And one thing I would say is we have seen such modesty and humility in our local businesses. And we want all businesses to not feel bad or uncomfortable about saying that this is a time that they need help. So we have the way it's set up is GoFundMe has allowed their platform to be used for businesses who have been adversely affected by this pandemic. So every one of the businesses that gets at least $500 in donations, GoFundMe will match it with another $500.
Amazing.
So that's what we're really asking the community to check out each one of the businesses and really help all of them hit that goal of $500 so that they're eligible for the match.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's incredible. What a show of support. And I think that's incredible. I am excited to see how we can represent our creative community, our artists. There's so many things which, by the way, we've all been enjoying during our lockdown. That's the first thing we go to. We go to film, we go to literary arts, we go to music, we retreat in the arts community for various reasons. And I think that that's where it would be wonderful to find a way for the SV Gallery in particular to be sort of a pass-through entity that can offer any of these donations directly to arts and specifically even artists that we represent through the gallery. What are some of the benefits of having an arts community, and specifically as it relates to our children?
Immeasurable. I can't even, there's not even, how do you quantify it? I think, right now we're talking about social emotional development with all of our children and at the high school, and I'm going to get serious here for a minute, but at our high school this year, that has been one of our improvement plans, our SIP plans, or our site improvement plans, particularly surrounding the mental health of our teenagers. And art is one of those elements that allow our teens and our students to express themselves in ways that frankly satisfy the soul. And arts education is, there really isn't a way to express how important it is. And we are so lucky here on in the Mercer Islands community that we have a community, and this is an entire community that feels strongly in delivering an arts education to our students. And I'm in a position to see other school districts and other places around the world, and it's pretty unique what we have here. So I am so thankful to everybody that supports what we do in our schools from kindergarten to 12th grade. This quarantine's having impact on businesses and nonprofits and our art community, and in so many ways. And I'm just hopeful that the Mercer Island community is going to rally like it's done in the past.
I'm hopeful too. And
I want to thank you, Suzanne, for this opportunity to bring together. You're the perfect SC Gallery. Art and architecture is the perfect merger of this campaign, where it's looking at holistically at the community, looking at the business side and the not-for-profits. And, we know Arts Fund just here in the Seattle region did a study last year on the social impact of the arts and how arts impact King County communities. And just like Jen was saying, it has shown, all the data supports that arts help our communities in every aspect, the social emotional health, the economic health, for all ages. It's very important for our seniors as well as our students. Our seniors benefit from the participating in the arts and having that a part of their life too. So in this campaign, in the We Love MI COVID relief campaign, you can also find community and culture is one of the cause areas that people can go on and support. And so the JCC is on there. You know, they have so much arts and cultural programming that they provide to the whole community. Mercer Island Parks and Recreations programs like Mostly Music in the Park, and all the arts galleries in the community center, Seattle Shakespeare Company, Youth Theater Northwest. So Suzanne, I think your idea of supporting our artists and doing it as you do, you're such a phenomenal example of the hybrid of the arts and business coming together as a holistic cultural part of our community and a leader in the First Fridays. And I know we're all missing that so much. So I think this is just really important for Mercer Island.
Well, I appreciate your saying so. It certainly comes from the heart when we open our doors and welcome the community in, more just to create time and space for the arts. Mm-hmm. We really don't necessarily do anything other than create that time and space, and it's an opportunity for artists to showcase what they do, to express themselves. Some of my absolute favorite First Friday memories are of the children in the space, and we also have a really wonderful community of seniors from Mercer Island that get all dolled up and come over, and it is a night out. It's an event, and I think it's been one of the most rewarding parts of having a business on Mercer Island have been these First Friday community events. The mood and the vibe of the gallery completely changes depending on who the artist is that we're showcasing. It's fascinating. Wine has been a big part of the SC gallery as well. And I am going to structure a fundraiser that allows for us to support one of our upcoming artists, Deborah Van Tynen, who I will be speaking with tomorrow. She has been selected for Woodward Canyon as her art. They purchased her art, and they're featuring one of her pieces of art on a wine label. Beautiful bottle of wine. And so we're going to be, as a thank you for donations, be offering wine from them. And then we have an association with Northwest Cellars where we've got some of our own labeled wine that we can also gift as part of donation. That would be any donations or contributions to our campaign or our fundraising will be given back as a gift certificate towards art purchased, and it will go directly to the artist, which we're just looking for any opportunities or avenues to support them in preparation for their shows, or as part of, to encourage the art sales and to increase the income that they get from their own art sales. So, but I do love the pairing of art and wine, and so we're going to try and maintain that tradition.
And it's a classic pairing.
It really is. If I could leave this call with a message, it would be to just have an awareness that there are members of our community that all of us were feeling it in some way, or you can't come out of what we're going through without feeling it in one form or another. Campaigns like this help shape that awareness and sensitivity and appreciation for things that maybe we overlooked or maybe now have a better understanding of, that really take active support. They don't just happen by chance. There's a lot of heart and a lot of effort and time and resources that go into the arts. And so let's make more room for that, and whatever that looks like, and however people can, and be supportive.
The door is wide open. It is anything that has to do with Mercer Island. Mercer Island residents supporting Mercer Island residents. So I love your idea of just bringing in whoever. That now's the time to support each other. And if there's people out, yes, and if there's groups and organizations and people out there that need support, we need to hear about it, and we'll put it up on this site, because that's what this is all about.
We want people to keep coming back to welovemi.org and seeing which organizations and businesses are on and who needs our help. And through the whole community lifting up each other, we'll come out of this on the other side as much of Mercer Island as we were going into it, and hopefully even more.
At this point, I do think that, you know, there should be a priority given to small businesses and nonprofits and the arts. And so thank you for pulling together such a wonderful way and a great communication platform and vehicle for allowing people to get involved. I think it brings great joy in times of really, tough, difficult, otherwise times, so thank you.